to this.
Chris, what we wanted to talk to you about, this is political power. This is
political power.
Talking about how electric our politicians are.
Yes.
And I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time because as far as I'm aware, you're the OG electric vehicle adopter probably in the whole of the Beehive. Would you be the first?
Probably. I thought, possibly, yeah. You know, I've got my Leaf in 2018.
Yep.
So yeah, I had a Corolla and like most Kiwis, just thrashed it, and it was a 2003 or 4 maybe. So thought, right, what am I going to do? And it was interesting because I had this guy come and see me when I was first an MP in 2015, and he came by my electorate office and said, have you ever driven an electric car? And I was like, no. But I was a new MP, and when you're a new MP, anyone who comes to see you, it's like, yeah, great, come in, have a meeting. So anyway, he came by with a Leaf, and we drove it around, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yep.
And the local newspaper editor came for the ride as well. He's now a councillor in Lower Hutt, Simon Edwards, and he said, Mr. Bishop, when you next buy a car, do you commit to buying an electric car? And I was like, yep. And that made its way into the paper. And so then when I had the prang with the Corolla, I was like, I'm going to have to go and buy an electric car because I'm on the record, which to be honest, I would have done anyway. It wasn't just because I wanted to keep my word. I'd sort of been thinking about it anyway, and I'd sort of done the economics and done the maths, and Nautilus and Leaf, which was back in 2018, they were the BDs on the road. They were widely accessible. I think it was 18 grand. It was second hand, done I think 16 or 17.
One of the Nissan Leafs from a Jap import, or was it?
Yep. So Jap import. So it's all in Japanese and stuff. But like, who cares?
Most New Zealanders are used to that anyway.
Exactly.
Stereo in Japanese.
Who cares? It works. It's great, and it's awesome.
How many Ks have you done in it now?
So I bought it, and it had done about 16 or 17. It was 12 bars. 12 out of 12. And it's now down about 120. So in 8 years, I've done about 100k. Yep. Which is probably about average for most Kiwis.
I think
I'd
so.
say.
Yep.
Drive it a bit less these days than I used to.
I can't remember the stat offhand, but it's something like 90-something% of EV drivers in New Zealand would buy another EV, and that's exactly what happened.
100%. I'll never buy another petrol car.
Yep.
100%.
And you've got a second one now?
Yeah, we do. So Jenna's car, same thing. Like, just came to the end of its life. Basically almost stopped working. She had an even older car than I did, and she's got a MGZ EV, which she actually bought new. It's bigger than the Leaf, so it's we've got 2 kids now, so prams and gear and all that stuff.
Yep,
and car seats in the back.
Totally.
And it's got a bigger range too.
Yep.
So I drive my Leaf around when I'm just driving around the electorate to in and out of Parliament, and just in and around the hut. And if we do a roadie, if we go to Masterton for the weekend, or we'll take Jenna's car, and it's great.
You've got electric hot water heating at home.
Yes.
Cooking. Are you cooking with gas? Or
no, electric. Yep. So we built a new house 2023. We finished, and it's all electric. Looking at solar.
Yep. Good.
Looking at solar. Didn't do solar when we built the house, which possibly was a mistake.
Yep. Well, anything we can do to help, including I can look at all the quotes that you get and things like that.
That's a service you offer, is it?
Well, my whole thing here is if I electrify the politicians, the rest of the country will follow, right?
Well, of course, we live 600 metres from the electric ferry spot in Lower Hutt. So, we've got the Ikarere, which crosses between Days Bay and Wellington.
I love that ferry.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's had a few issues, but not to do with the electrification.
Yes, it's always mechanical.
Yeah, it's always mechanical, but it's back in service. Took it the other day. And so we've got that, and of course we've got the electric trains in Wellington.
I mean, Wellington's a very electric place. You've got an amazingly electric bus fleet as well.
Yes.
Double-decker electric bus are pretty impressive.
And more on the way.
One of the interesting things about, if you look at the cost equivalency of, say, an electric vehicle charging off the grid, it works out to be about $1.50 a litre compared to petrol. When you go solar, it's down to about $1.15 if you're financing it on your mortgage. So it sort of shows you the economics of that is just so significant.
I think people are increasingly aware of that, Like they're working that out.
Yeah.
It just makes so much sense. I mean, it's been so I mean, it's like I feel slightly holier than thou and superior when I drive past petrol stations these days, because it's like, you know, I don't need to go in there.
Glorified pie shops.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, other than to buy a pie or
Yep.
a Kransky or whatever, I don't go in there.
Yep, and we have a shared musical passion for She Had.
Oh yes.
And Johnny was emailing us the other day, telling us about how electric his life was. So,
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh really?
I reckon at some point we'll do a remake of the General Electric, eh? And we'll,
You should get him in to do one of these.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has he got an EV?
I actually don't know. I don't know where. I don't know the full specs of what he's got, but he was pretty excited about some of the stuff Rewiring was doing.
Yeah,
so
great.
I want to see if I can get him in here and just get more and more influential New Zealanders talking about this stuff.
Yeah,
and,
my view is it's a big part of New Zealand's story
Yep.
into the next few years. You know, if you think about what our comparative advantage is on the world stage, it's cheap, abundant, renewable energy.
And we're very, very good at making electricity. Did you know that New Zealand had the first ever fully electric home in the world?
I didn't. Where's that?
In Tauranga, over 100 and something
Tauranga?
years ago. Yep.
Would not have picked that.
Because
Greatest
New
respect
Zealand's
to my Tauranga friends.
New Zealand's hydroelectricity was way cheaper than kerosene.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Second ever public electric street lights in the world. Do you know where they were?
Moskill.
Reefton.
Oh, it wasn't too far off.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
A few hundred kilometres.
Beaten by Paris apparently by 1 week, which is kind of why we call Reefton the Paris of New Zealand now. Second ever transmission line in the world, just out the back here. Gold miners built that, 3 kilometre transmission line.
Yeah.
First ever wet steam geothermal plant. You know, we've had a good electrical history.
Well, the geothermal thing is really interesting. You know, genuinely world leading in the 50s to the point where, you know, New Zealand basically sent a whole lot of scientists to Indonesia. They have a geothermal industry because of New Zealand scientists and New Zealand workers in the 50s or later. But and now we're looking at supercritical geothermal. Obviously, the government's making investments there, which, if it comes off, is potentially revolutionary technology for New Zealand. Obviously, hydro will always provide the ballast of the system, but with wind, solar, geothermal, potentially offshore wind into the future. I mean, it's a very exciting future for New Zealand, and in a world where, you know, needs secure, cheap energy to drive economies, become the motor of economic growth, we are like uniquely placed, and we're doing quite a lot to unlock the planning system to make it easier to actually get the projects away.
I couldn't agree with you more. Like, just cheap, abundant energy is how we're a more prosperous nation.
100%.
We're more productive.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Can't
the
go wrong.
electrification thing it's a very exciting part of New Zealand's future.
And this is the thing, right? If we're going to capitalise on all this electricity we can create, we need all the electric machines, and this is why you know we're in this electric vehicle today, because it can run on New Zealand-made energy. It doesn't run on foreign energy.
What I say to people all the time is, when I'm trying to persuade them about, you know, buying an EV, is they're cheaper, but also, like in New Zealand, when you plug your car in, you pump. Basically, the best way of thinking about it is when you plug your car in overnight, you're pumping in wind, water, the sun, geothermal energy. You know, Australia, other countries, EV still makes sense there, but you know, the electricity system is like coal and gas.
Yep.
So you're swapping petrol hydrocarbons for coal and gas.
Yes.
So it's more efficient, and it is still good. But New Zealand, it makes so much sense. You know, it's wind and water into your car.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly right.
And isn't it an amazing thing? Like modern technology, we've been able to harness that energy, turn it into a form where your car can run on it.
Yep.
And
if we electrified the 2 million homes in New Zealand, $29 million worth of savings a day once you take out the interest costs. So it's absolutely remarkable.
That's incredible, eh?
Yep.
There you go.
Now, you would have seen we created a character back in the day for Simon Watts, the old Megawatts character.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yesterday we created a character for David Seymour when he came to our place. We want to see more solar.
Yeah.
Him in a yellow suit, cutting some red tape with a giant pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Since you are an OG of electric vehicles, we've made one for you as well.
Oh, really?
Which is just there on that sheet there.
Okay.
Now, if you decide you hate it, then this
won't
will never
be
make film.
Okay.
This will never make film.
Okay.
But if you like it, you know, we'd love to see things like the Ratepayers Assistance Scheme, novated leases, just electrifying the whole car fleet. If you can achieve that, then you will be the Archbishop of electrification.
I love it. Look at that. And I was going to say it's a Pope-mobile. Basically,
It says it's a cross between the Pope-mobile and the Bishop-mobile, I think.
That's a great use of Copilot or ChatGPT or something.
Yep. So that is our gift to you.
I love it. I love it. That's good. That's good.
But yeah, lots to electrify in New Zealand,
Thank
and
you.
looking forward to working with you on that.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thanks for all that you do and for telling the story.
And you too.
It's amazing. No, it's great. It's
Thank you so much for your
Look,
time.
thank you. Look at that. That's